It is game one of a set between the Pirates and the Yankees, and baseball history is on the line as Aaron Judge is within striking distance of baseball immortality. My recap, your reactions coming up next. This is Yankees Game Night.
Deep to left. There it goes. He's one away from Ruth. Home run number 59 for Aaron Judge.
And he was one swing away. Oh, baby. He got it. How's it going, everybody? If there were ever a night for the fun hat, tonight was the night. Probably the inning of the season. And if you missed it, you missed a lot. 60 home runs from Aaron Judge. Walk-off grand slam from Giancarlo Stanton. And I was getting ready to recap a tough 4-run loss because that was looking bad there for a minute. Absolutely miserable night from the Yankees bullpen. Marinaccio was bad. Trevino was bad. Loizaga was bad. Holmes gave up another home run. They all got shellacked. And for those of you who didn't tune into the game, the stadium was absolutely packed. I mean, everybody was there to see Judge go for history. The energy in the stadium was electric. And so it was a huge letdown when the bullpen gave back the two leads that we had tonight. Probably the highest yes ratings in years, all in anticipation of one thing, the Yankee debut of Harrison Bader. So in case you had a Jacoby Ellsbury jersey without the name on it, or Roger Clemens or Jimmy Key, and you had number 22, that's the number that Harrison Bader wears now, in case you missed it. He was impressive. He was athletic. Picked up a multi-hit game. He knocked in a few runs. Really nice job by Lord Bader. Nestor Cortez was on the mound. He was pretty good. Not as amazing as we've seen him, but he kept the Yankees in the game. He kept the Pirates in the ballpark, which is more than we could say for other pitchers against other teams. Recently, we've had a lot of issues with the home run. And Aaron Judge began the night one swing away from Babe Ruth, and he ends the night one swing away from Roger Maris.
Pay that man his money.
One more thing before we get started. Frankie Montas is headed to the injured list. He's on the injured list now. Fluid in his shoulder. Same injury that he had in Oakland. I wouldn't count on seeing him the rest of the way. Shoulder issues can be a huge issue. Yankees 286 says he's at a loss for words. Took the words right out of my mouth. So, one more thing. My intention was to go live for every single Aaron Judge at bat between 60 and 62. We were live for 60 tonight, but I found out that YouTube only gives alerts if you go live 3 times in 24 hours. So, people didn't get alerted to my third at bat. There was nobody on. You made it out, but I'm not going to be able to do that, so I'm just going to try and pick my spots. But we did get tonight's reaction, and I'll post it tomorrow. Both teams were quiet early. Nestor Cortez was sharp for the first 3 innings. Luis Ortiz, starting pitcher for the Pirates, also very sharp, and he's absolutely filthy. This was only his second major league start. 100-mile-an-hour fastball with lots of movement, pretty good command. He's impressive. Top 4, the Pirates loaded the bases and took the lead on a sac fly. Pretty nice catch by Oswaldo Cabrera in left field. First time starting a game out there in left field. He went back to the wall. He played the warning track nice and made kind of a jumping catch against the wall. Kid can just flat out play D wherever you put him.
Like a glove.
Gleyber Torres got the First hit for the Yankees in the bottom of the fourth, ground ball single through the right side. Good to see him continue to hit the ball the other way. He did that a couple of times tonight. Things began to go back and forth in the fifth inning. Cabrera hit one to the warning track in right center field, but the Pirates outfielders collided, and he ended up on third base. Did not get a hit, scored an error. Darth Bader followed up with an RBI single. First hit is a Yankee. Two batters later, Jose Trevino singled him in to make it 2-1 Yankees. Great slide by Harrison Bader to get the go-ahead run across. He's definitely got speed. He's got high energy. He seems like one of those quick twitch type of guys. Clint Frazier, if he was good at baseball. I actually looked up Clint Frazier tonight to see how he did. He hit 195 in AAA for the Cubs this year. But Nestor was done after 5 innings. Gave up just 1 run and left the Yankees in a position to win the game, but he got a no decision. Pirates bounced right back with a clutch 2-out, 2-run double off of Lou Trevino in the 6th. He had a tough night. Yankees got right back off the mat, though. Harrison Bader with another nice piece of hitting to drive in 2. 2 hits and 3 RBIs on the night for Bader. Really, really impressed by him. So Brian Reynolds tied the game with a home run, second deck shot. That made it 4-4. I continue to be impressed by Brian Reynolds. His stats don't overwhelm you when you look at them, but the guy is just so good. Every time we play him, it seems like he does something great. He had 4 hits tonight, and just really impressive. Went deep into the second deck. Top 8, Rizzo was trying to nail a runner at second base on what could have been a double play, and instead he nailed the runner in the bad way, hit the runner, it got away. That ended up being a big run. He came across to make it 5-4. Holmes came in and immediately served up a 3-run home run to make it 8-4 Pirates, and at that point I figured the game was over. But then, bottom 9, Aaron Judge stepping up with history on the line. 1 swing away.
That ball is high. It is far. It is gone.
Number 60. Third man in American League history to hit 60 home runs. It seems like he goes deep every single day now. He's been amazing. You run out of superlatives to describe the guy. All I have to say
Pay that man his money.
is pay him. Pay the man. Pay the man. He deserves every penny. He deserves all the years. He deserves to end up in Monument Park. I don't even care if the last couple of years of the contract are an overpay or if he ties up the payroll in 2040. I don't give a shit. I want Aaron Judge on the roster for the rest of his career. Obviously, it's his decision, but look at him get into this ball. Absolutely nukes it. No doubt about it. Into the bleachers. Keep that baseball. All rise. And then, Giancarlo Stanton coming to the plate with the bases loaded. And he hits one 118 miles an hour into the left field seats for another dinger. And the Yankees walk it off to win 9-8. Unbelievable.
Ball game over. Yankees win. Yankees win.
Christian says that his life is complete. His face hurts from smiling. I probably missed a couple of donos in there. I'll do my best to go back and find them real quick. Sawbelly says, remember the time we left in the 8th because the Yankees were getting killed and we were on the Taconic Parkway when they came back. How would you like to be one of those fans who left early tonight? I do remember that. Sawbelly, shout out to my dad. Part of history now. I tell you what, my favorite time leaving the ballpark early was actually we were walking out of the stadium. I had never seen the Yankees hit a home run ever in my life in person. And we're leaving the ballpark, and we hear the air raid sirens go off because Wade Boggs hit a home run. Literally the second we walked out of the ballpark, you hear the big, the cheer of the crowd, and then you hear the air raid siren go off. And we didn't know till we got to the car that it was Wade Boggs who hit a home run. But Aaron Judge, Yankee forever. Now, I'm going to do something tonight that I rarely do, and I'm going to give away 2 belts. The first one, and this is not a joke, last time we did this, Aaron Hicks got one of the belts, and Stanton's got a very nice 69% in the belt poll, which I'm going to end now. But by executive decree, I'm going to award a 60th home run belt to Aaron Judge. And then the game belt goes out to the man with the plan, Giancarlo. Jerry says, just hand 99 a blank check tonight. Matt Sheridan says, the Yankees win. All right, let's take a look at the box score. This is a historic box score. I tell you what, that was a hectic time. I went live early. I did not expect the Yankees to come back, so I expected to watch Aaron Judge's last at bat and then watch the Yankees go feebly in the 9th. And they end up putting together a rally, and I knew that something like this might happen. We might have to put highlights up of the home run and something else if they come back and win. So I canceled the entire live stream that we had up, and I started a new one and had to build out the last few highlights real quick, and that's why there was about a 10-minute delay. But I appreciate everybody who has stayed on to join me. So round of applause to you guys for making your way here. So the Yankees get 11 hits. The 11th hit was obviously the walk-off home run. You look at this box score, and you see a lot of back and forth. So Pittsburgh went up 1, Yankees got 2. Pittsburgh got 2, Yankees got 2. And then Pittsburgh got 5 unanswered runs. And then, bottom of the 9th, Yankees get 5 unanswered runs. Judge goes 1 for 4. The 1 was a long home run. Number 60 on the season. Let's actually scroll down in the batting order. It's not often you get to see this. Judge, 60. Unbelievable. Anthony Rizzo, his hit cannot go unmentioned in the 9th inning. When Oppo Boppo, little base hit over the vacated shortstop hole to keep the inning going. Gleyber Torres got on with a walk. And then Donaldson blooped one into center field before Giancarlo Stanton came up to do his thing.
It's on the track, on the wall. She's gone. It's a grand slam.
Oswaldo Cabrera, 0 for 3 tonight with a walk. Yeah, so we're going to celebrate Giancarlo's grand slam. Bader, 2 for 4 with 3 ribbies in his Yankees debut. Really nice job by him. Kiner Falefa, 0 for 4. And Trevino, 2 for 4. Nobody's going to remember that 0 for 4 tonight by Kiner Falefa. It's going to get lost in the box score here. So Cortez goes 5 innings, 1 run allowed, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Marinaccio, again, tough night for the bullpen. He gave up 2. Trevino gave up a run. Loaizaga gave up 3 runs, 2 earned, and had 2 walks. And then Holmes gave up the 1 big swing. But Aroldis Chapman picks up the win, coming in and closing it out. Felix says Judge bet on himself and won big. Won real big. I mean, the man is going to make at least $350 million, if not $400 million. I don't recall what the total package for Mike Trout was, but I know he's getting about $36 million per year. And I think his total was about $425 million. I could be off by a couple there. But that's the type of money that Aaron Judge wanted. And the Yankees offered 230 if you factor in this 1 year at $17 million. So they're going to have to increase their offer by probably $200 million in order to get him. But you know what?
Man his money.
Pay him. Doesn't matter. Pay him. Lou Ram, I agree 100%.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Says he should be a lifelong Yankee. All right, I'm falling way behind on the chat. This is the most people we've ever had in an NYY Recaps postgame. Over 1,200 in the chat tonight. Dennis Clark says, calling it now, and you probably are not wrong because baseball works out this way sometimes. If the MVP goes to Ohtani and the Yankees bias is real, confirmed and sealed. So he's saying that Ohtani is going to get the MVP, and it could happen because there's enough salty baseball writers out there, and that's nothing against baseball writers. I love baseball writers. I'm a member of the Internet Baseball Writers Association of America, but there's enough salty writers from other non-AL East cities that'll say, you know what, I'll give it a Shohei. But Aaron Judge couldn't be a better human. He's a wonderful person. He's a great representative of baseball on and off the field. And it would be an enormous shame if he didn't get to collect the hardware this season. Lori C. says, please hit the like and subscribe. Appreciate that, Lori C. A round of applause for the mods. Aaron says, Judge Triple Crown would be phenomenal. That would be amazing. And he's got a real shot. He's flirting with the batting title. Bravo with the big dono says, Judge is God. Appreciate that. And then Micah with the super. Appreciate that as well. So co-belts tonight. We rarely do that, but, you know, special nights call for special treatments. And what Aaron Judge tonight just cannot be ignored, despite the walk-off grand slam. We kind of have a policy on this channel. If you hit a walk-off home run, you get the belt. I don't think there's ever been a walk-off home run that didn't get the belt, especially a walk-off grand slam. I mean, that's the second walk-off grand slam that the Yankees have had this year. Steve-O says Crow was eaten. Oh man, that's a good pun. I like that. You should write headlines for the Post or the Times. And Christian says Judge is leading in average now. I haven't seen the latest, so that's great. That's amazing. I'm going to say it one more time.
Pay that man his money.
All right, let's watch through the highlights together. This was a fun one. So this is early on. This is the play by Cabrera, deep to left. He goes back and makes the jumping catch up against the wall. Just handles himself really well out there. He thought he got this one. It was a high fastball. Took it out to the 385 sign and drops in, ends up on third. Bader with the seeing eye single through the left side for the base hit. And then Trevino dumping one to center field. This is going to score a run. Harrison Bader hustling and the slide just to get in there. This is a little later on. This is a drive into the gap by Daly. That scored a run. And then Bader beating the drawn-in infield for an opposite field single. And then long home run by Brian Reynolds into the second deck to tie it up. And then Reynolds again going opposite field to beat the drawn-in infield for a base hit. And then Castro sending this one to Cuba. Actually sends it to the second row. But Aaron Judge answers back with home run number 60. Deep into the bleachers. And then, of course, Giancarlo Stanton, not to be overlooked. This is a changeup, looked like, inside part of the plate. 118 miles an hour off the bat. He had better swings in his last game, but he had a tough night tonight going into that at bat. But it's a huge, enormous swing for Giancarlo. One of the best innings of all time. Schwartz the Trigger says best inning of the year. I think it's one of the best innings I've ever seen in my entire life of watching baseball. Carlos Rosa says he was at the game. Stadium was super lit. Truly incredible. Go Yanks. Appreciate that. Max Piff says 60 home runs and a 0 ERA. Judge MVP. Davon Cerna says Judge currently first in batting average. So that means he's first in the Triple Crown categories. Nobody's won it since Cabrera. Before that, I think it was Carl Yastrzemski. Frankie Baseball keeps track of all these stats. He also helps out with the highlights. Round of applause for Frankie. 26th belt for the future captain of the Yankees, hopefully, Aaron Judge. And Stanton picks up his 13. Push says, where do you think Judge will sign and for how much? Well, you know, I put out a video last week that got me some criticism that says there's a chance the Yankees might not sign him. By no means but do I think that they're not going to try and sign him. I think they're going to absolutely prioritize Aaron Judge. The question is if they'll go to that 10-year, $450 million deal. And honestly, he's just such a unicorn. He's such a unique type of player that I don't see any reason to not just give him whatever he wants. And then at the end of the contract, if you have to eat the last few years with an enormous salary and just let him chase records, it is what it is. You know, you try and win a championship over the next couple of years. You've got a young group of studs coming up. Oswald Peraza, Anthony Volpe, Jason Dominguez. Kids are younger and younger getting to the big leagues, and they're better at young ages now. I mean, look what the Braves are doing. If the Yankees over the next couple of years can get some of their guys, the right crop of guys, to come in and do the same type of work, Aaron Judge could be that X factor that no other team has. Nobody else has a guy like him. And then you've also got Spencer Jones in the organization. Now, the only comparisons that were given to Spencer Jones is because he's basically the same size as Aaron Judge, and he was also a first-round draft pick of the Yankees, like Aaron Judge was. Nobody expects him to be Aaron Judge. But having Aaron Judge, the tallest, most successful home run hitter in Yankees history now, having him here to tutor that kid and kind of pass the torch, maybe you're getting value out of him, you know, near the end of his controllable years at a time when Judge is beginning to maybe be on the back end. But Judge can pass that tutelage and help him kind of pass the torch as the next big, gigantic Yankee masher. Big, left-handed, scary monster. John Kirk says, Jordan who? Jordan Montgomery. Flea Market. Hitskin says, he just put my home run call as the ringtone. Appreciate that. So we did record live Aaron Judge's home run. So I'll try and put that up tomorrow. I'm actually working on a video. This is a good time to mention it. There's two reasons I want to mention this. One, the members can see a work in progress right now. It's called Judge, The Journey to 62. It's in the members only section of my page there. It's only got about 15 views. We got 35 members. So if you haven't watched it, please do. I'm building a highlight reel of Aaron Judge throughout the season, his home run chase, but also mixed in with, you know, the news coverage and coverage from other content creators. I've gotten a few other content creators, Jason Surge, Patrick Hennessy, the guys from Bronx Pinstripes, a lot of people contributing. So one, if you're a member, watch it, give me some feedback, help me build out the rest of it. We're going to launch it as soon as Judge hits number 62. And then we'll launch a second version when he hits his, finishes the season, whether it's, 66 or whatever, with the rest of the highlights. So we're going to have two versions with just like highlights and cuts and stuff. And the second reason I wanted to mention it is any creators out there who record their reactions to tonight or any of the next few home runs that Judge hits, feel free to send them my way and I'll put them in the video. But one more time from John Sterling on this historic night.
Ball game over. Yankees win.
Mike to AC Merch. Just back the truck up. Slap the C on his chest. Agreed. 100% needs to be the captain if he re-signs. In fact, comment of the night. We only hit that button for comment of the night now. That's the rule. Push 28 and 62 says Judge has only had 2 great seasons this year and his rookie year. He's had some injuries, but he's had great seasons every time he's been healthy. He had a great year last year. He had 39 home runs and 98 RBIs last year. So I'm going to go ahead and give you just a bit outside on that one.
outside.
Judge is the man, and the Yankees need to back up the truck. I appreciate everybody who joined tonight. I'll see you next time, hopefully with more history.